What is good, y'all? It is your Don Daddy, and I am so proud of you guys. You guys got a light goal, and you murdered it. You feel me? Y'all really did. So let's try it again. 10 likes in 24 hours, and I will try my best to get the next part out in 1 week. Now, that being said, the next part is going to be part two, aka Deku and Shippuden. So, if you guys want to see that, let me know in the comments, or if you want a new series, let me know that as well. Follow me on Twitter, and yeah, I'll wrap you later. Peace. At the end of part 7, we had Deku and Naruto inspiring Tsunade to not only return to the village and heal their friends, but also to become the next Hokage. As they return back to the village, the group runs into Shikamaru and his dad, and Shikamaru quickly asks Deku where he's been. Deku explains that he had to go get Tsunade so she could help heal Kakashi and Sasuke. Shikamaru tells Deku that the elders are looking for him, and Deku tells Naruto that he'll catch up with him later after he goes speaks to them. When Deku meets the elders, they tell him how impressed they were with him during the exam and that they actually heard about him from the third before he passed. Because of his impressive ability to use two different types of nature transformations, they think that he's one of the two Genin of the Hidden Leaf Village who are capable of becoming a Chunin. Deku's excited and can't wait to let his team know about his promotion and runs to Sasuke's room. But when he gets there, he sees that it's empty. He thinks that they might have headed to the ramen shop to celebrate Sasuke's recovery, and when he leaves the hospital, he hears some commotion on top of the roof. As he quickly runs up the wall, he sees Sasuke and he runs off, and Sakura is crying and confused. He then goes up to her and asks what's wrong, and she explains to Deku that Naruto and Sasuke had just gotten into a big fight that ultimately looked like they might actually kill each other. Deku looks at Naruto and asks him what happens, and he tells him it's nothing. Deku then tells Naruto and Sakura that he has something to explain to them, and he then explains about the curse mark and Orochimaru. Sakura is visibly upset at Deku for keeping this information away from them, but Naruto simply says that it's fine because Sasuke won't be tempted by something like that because he's too strong anyway. Deku apologizes over and over and over, and Naruto interrupts him, telling him that Deku looks slightly different. Sasuke then notices as well, and Deku smiles, telling them that he was just promoted to a Chunin. Naruto and Sakura are thrown back by this, but then are happy, and the group goes off to celebrate. Naruto says he can't wait to see Sasuke's face when he finds out that Deku is the head of the group now. That night plays out the same, with Sasuke leaving the village and Sakura's intuition telling her that she should probably be waiting at the exit for him. He's then found in the morning, and Tsunade is given the same information that Sasuke has left. She then summons Shikamaru along with Deku to tell them about their first mission. Deku's visibly upset, thinking it's his fault for not telling more people about this and keeping this information to himself. Tsunade sees this and tells him not to blame himself for what happened with Sasuke and to focus on bringing him back, making sure he understood that this is the best way to protect him right now. Shikamaru and Deku then go out and gather up the group, and the group ends up being Neji, Kiba, Choji, Naruto, Shikamaru, and Deku. Before they leave, Sakura appears at the gate and begs them to bring Sasuke back. Naruto makes his promise to bring him back, and Deku smiles, saying that he'll make sure that they don't hurt each other in the process. As Shikamaru lays out the groundwork for the plan, there's a slight change in formation. The formation is now with Kiba up front, Shikamaru next, Choji is now behind Shikamaru. Then we have Deku, Naruto, and Neji with the rear. Most of the Sasuke retrieval arc goes about the same. The first change though happens when the group is trapped by Jirobo in his chakra draining Earth Dome. Because of Deku's natural affinity to Earth Jutsus, he's actually able to create a pathway out from the weakest point of the Jutsu, and that saves a lot of the chakra that is stolen from the group during this fight. But the fight stays the same, with Choji getting upset with Jirobu because he made fun of Shikamaru. Everything else plays out about the same, with the groups fighting the same opponents up until Kimimaro appears. When Kimimaro appears, Deku and Naruto both go after him. The fight versus Kimimaro starts and Naruto makes a bunch of shadow clones, and inside of these shadow clones, Deku tries to sneak around, getting closer to the barrel that is keeping Sasuke. As he gets closer to the barrel, Kimimaro picks up on this and he throws his bones at Deku, stopping him from getting there. Deku starts to think to himself that Kimimaro is far stronger than they anticipated and that they have to beat him before they can even think about saving Sasuke. Deku starts to form hand shields and yells at Naruto to keep his clones on top of Kimimaro. Deku then uses his Great Flame technique and destroys all the shadow clones that were jumping on Kimimaro. He put all of his chakra into this attack, making the flames far stronger and far wider than normal. When the flames finally die down, Naruto stares at the area that Deku attacked and it looks like a wasteland burned to nothingness. Deku was worn out, barely able to stand, but his gut tells him there's something wrong. There's no traces of Kimimaro, not flesh, not bone, nothing. Deku suddenly feels a presence behind him and he attempts to move, but it's too late and he gets stabbed through the back. Kimimaro tells him that attack might have killed any of the other Sound 4 members, but it's not enough to defeat him. Before Kimimaro is able to strike the final blow to Deku, Rock Lee appears and saves Deku, who then falls unconscious from the pain and the blood loss. The rest of the Sasuke retrieval arc goes the same, and the mission fails. When Deku finally regains consciousness, he's alone in a room. He wonders how he got there and he's wondering about the mission. He attempts to move but notices that he's in unbelievable pain, and then he remembers getting stabbed and thinks that it's lucky that he's even alive. He then wonders if the others are safe since he's in such bad condition and tries to force himself up so he can check. But before he's able to move, out of the shadows, an old man appears with a bandage over his eyes. He tells Deku to lay down or he'll reopen his wound and he probably will die. Deku lays back down and he stares at the man and asks him who he is, and the man explains that he's an old friend of the third. This immediately sparks interest in Deku and asks him how he connected to the third and if there's any stories he can tell him since he's unable to move for a while anyway. The old man tells Deku that he's not here to tell stories and that he was only checking on him because it would be a shame for the village to lose such an impressive asset. Deku's not sure how to take this statement, but then asks the man if he could give him an update at least on his friends. He tells him that most of them are in much better condition than he is and that he should focus on himself. The man then asks Deku if he wants to get stronger, and Deku quickly replies saying of course, and that he needs not only the strength to protect himself but to protect the village and those that he loves. The man tells Deku that he could give him that strength and more, but that Deku would have to listen to everything the man says. Deku then asks why the man would do that, and he says, for the same reason you want to get stronger, for the best of the village. The man then starts to leave, but before he walks out, he asks Deku one final question. He says, if you were put in the situation to protect your friend, but at the cost of the village, which would you choose? Deku looks and says that he would protect his friend in the village. But if push came to shove, that the village would have to come first. The man then tells Deku that if he still seeks after this strength, that after he recovers, to meet him at the third's grave, and he walks away. Deku then wakes up feeling like he just had a really important dream, but for some reason it's cloudy and he can't remember it at all. Sakura and Lee then show up to Deku's room to check on him, and Deku starts crying. He tells Sakura he's sorry that he couldn't protect Sasuke and then asks how Naruto is doing. Sakura tells him that Naruto is fine and that it's okay. She said that she needs to get stronger too, so the next time they go after him, she'll be able to help Deku and Naruto as well. 3 months pass, and all Deku's been doing is chakra control training non-stop while waiting for his body to fully recover. It finally has, and today is also Naruto's last day in the village before he leaves to train with Jiraiya. Naruto and Deku go to the ramen shop and eat, and Naruto asks Deku if he's sure he doesn't want to come with them to train, and Deku tells Naruto that he doesn't want to get in the way of his training and that Jiraiya is Naruto's sensei, not his. He says he also has some gut feeling that he should stay at the village because there's somebody here who can help him. They both promise each other to get stronger so they can achieve their goals and so they can save Sasuke the next time that they meet him. Later that night, Deku goes to the third grave and he starts to think about how he needs to become stronger just like the third is so that he can protect his friends and the village as a whole. As he has this thought, the old man from Deku's dream shows up, and as he sees him again, the dream pops back into his mind and he can remember it clearly. The old man asks Deku if his answer is still the same, and Deku tells the old man it is. He says that he wants to get stronger and he wants to protect his friends, but after learning about Orochimaru and seeing what happened to the village, that he understands that sometimes sacrifices must be made. He says his goal is still to save his friend though, and that'll never change. The old man says that for right now, that resolve is good enough and to follow him. Before Deku follows the old man, he asks him what his name is. The man tells him that doesn't matter, but if he must know, he's Danjo. Deku then starts to follow Danjo and he asks him if he can tell him stories about the third now as they walk into the darkness and everything fades to black. Hey guys, if you made it all the way to the end, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Remember to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, because 50-60% of you who watch the videos aren't subscribed. And yeah, man, I will be working on part 9 in Shippuden unless y'all let me know y'all don't want the series anymore and you want something new. But without further ado, I appreciate you guys. Have a good day. Peace.